Serino. Awesome, Serino. And I know Tom Arnold called me on the way here. He could not be here. He had another event to go to, but he sends his regards and any legislators that are always here for Union Beach and Keyport and Hazlet and right on down, Matawan. And that's our Senator Joe Carrillo. Joe K? Joe has some great teammates, and we've seen Declan fight the fight down in the legislation when it comes to our budget and all the budgetary items. And that's Declan O'Scanlan, ladies and gentlemen, right over here. Assemblyman, thank you for coming out, Assemblyman. And I had spoke with Assemblywoman Amy Hanlon on Friday, and I knew her schedule wouldn't allow her to be here as well, but she sends her best. So, again, just a great legislative team, and we can't do it without them, and the partnerships on the local level, the county level, and the state with all our great Republicans. So God bless them all. Now, we have a special guest with us. That is, he's been working hard, and I got to tell you, I've watched and observed this individual. He is taking on the Titan, the author of Obamacare, who won't admit it now. But you know, that is our Frank Pallone, and we need Anthony Wilkinson and people like Anthony Wilkinson to join up with Chris Smith down there and fix some of the problems that we have in Washington D.C. It's god awful. We see it every day, and it's just a travesty what's going on in D.C. Stagnation of the country and our economic growth. And we need people, good people, and we have somebody. He's fighting the fight. He's been all over, and we know CD6 is not easy in terms of territory-wise and the landscape. And he's been up and down CD6. Anthony Wilkinson, ladies and gentlemen.
I love the energy. I love the energy of this crowd, and that sort of energy and enthusiasm is what I've been bringing to the towns in Congressional District 6 as I try to defeat and unseat Frank Pallone. As you all are probably well aware from my previous stump speeches, I used to be a teacher, and I gave up my job as an attorney to be a teacher to show that I cared about the students, and once again I was willing to show that I cared about the people in CD6 by setting aside my own ambitions and putting your interests ahead of mine. So given that I used to be a teacher, I'm going to do a little something different. I'm going to give you all a few quizzes to see how well you all have been keeping up with what's going on in the news. Okay, first, with respect to the economy, this is a tough one. Do businesses create jobs?
No!
Okay. I know that was a tough one. But we know that businesses do create jobs, which means we need to lower their taxes, we need to get rid of their regulations, and we need to make it easier to grow the economy with the only way we know to grow the economy is through job growth. Okay, here's the next part of the quiz. Okay, can we solve the immigration policy by allowing there to be amnesty without securing the borders? No. Okay. Okay, how about this one? Can we stop Ebola in this country without having a travel ban? No. Okay. How about this one? Can we defeat ISIS without troops on the ground?
No.
Okay. Okay, now this is the hardest part of the quiz, okay? When Obamacare got passed, was everybody able to keep their health care insurance policy?
No.
Were they able to keep their doctors?
No.
Okay. So those of us here in the room, we can see that these policies that are supported by Obama and by Pallone, these policies that are killing jobs, these policies where the federal government is not doing what it's supposed to do, which is to protect us, okay, that's their number one responsibility in so many different areas. And when they're giving us big government programs like Obamacare, they wind up hurting the people more than helping the people. We know we need new leadership in Washington. That leadership will start right here in CD6 with Anthony Wilkinson replacing Frank Pallone, and in 2016, we'll finish the job. Thank you.
Hey, I want to bring up our statesman, Joe Carrillo, say a few words. Joe, and he's going to introduce a special guest for us. Joe K.
I know how hard this guy works and what a tough job he has, and that's in addition to being our outstanding sheriff. Let's big hand for our county sheriff. And Shaun and our leadership team have put together a great slate, right? We've got a couple of incumbents that we knew would be there, and they are outstanding freeholders. Lillian and Gary, you heard them. but we got a great congressional candidate. And every single person in his district, in the Palone Congressional District, could shake Palone's hand and this man's hand. We know he would be the winner. He'd be our next congressman. And we're gonna do it. The Iron Lady, as we have now nicknamed her. She has had such a great campaign, such a great career. Together with Gary, we got to keep them in place, and all these great local officials that were introduced before. Assemblyman Declan O'Scala and I, we know what it's like to deal with the Democratic majorities in Trenton. And people from all over the state, all over the region have come to Monmouth County for a better way of life. Why would we want to change, Shaun, right? Why would we want to allow influences from outside our county and make Monmouth County this great little island in the middle of this state become like Hudson County or Essex County or like Camden County? The answer is we don't, and we won't. We're going to elect this great team. There's a woman that I'm about to bring up that understands what it's like to deal with colleagues from around the state that don't run their governments like we run ours in Monmouth County, that don't vote in the state Senate and in the General Assembly like we would want them to vote, that seek to stumble or thwart our progress, not deal with our challenges, and to make New Jersey an uncompetitive place. She's out there on the front lines every day trying to make it competitive, trying to bring jobs, trying to bring prosperity, trying to make this the New Jersey that we all were born to or came to and want to have as one of the great places in all of America. She's a great right-hand person, a great Lieutenant Governor, Kim Guadagno.
I thought you were introducing Lillian.
She was taking so many photographs I had to go on for a while. Okay.
It's
all yours.
I thought you were introducing Lillian Burry. I'm not even supposed to be here
She's
today.
great, but LG, you're on.
I said, I literally just turned to Lily and said, okay, go give him hell. I apologize for that. I'm not supposed to be here today, but Paul Smith, where are you, my man?
On Tuesday, we can do it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bobby Berlou. Let's hear it for the affiliated.